Hey everybody, welcome to this virtual tour. We're going to get started in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. At 12:02, we'll do introductions and get going. Talk to you in a minute. I see we have some people logging on. Just as a reminder, we'll get started in 1 more minute. 12:02, we'll get going. Thanks for waiting. Okay, it is exactly 12:02. Here we go. We have a small crowd today, but that's okay. That means we can get all of your questions answered. My name is Matt Whitehead. I'm an HOC, a home ownership counselor in our Mount Vernon office. And joining me today is Maddie. Maddie, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm Maddie. I am a homeownership counselor out of our North Bend office.
All right, so Maddie handles King County. I handle everything north. So Snohomish, Skagit, Island, Whatcom. So basically just north of Seattle up to the Canadian border. So all your Northwest territories here, those are our offices. But this floor plan, of course, is built across all 4 states that we build in: Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Arizona. And we're going to walk you through the 2512 Creston floor plan. This is going to be a front garage option, and it's going to be a reverse orientation. So on this plan, you have front garage or side garage, and you can do standard or reverse. It just depends on where the garage needs to go on your property. That's how we figure that out. So real quick, in terms of format today, the chat has been disabled, but please ask questions using the Q&A feature. I'm going to be sharing my screen. We're going to look at the floor plan. We're going to walk through the video. I'm going to point out different standard and custom options, and Maddie's going to be monitoring the Q&A. So if you have questions, post them. Maddie has permission to interrupt me at any time. We'll make sure that we get your questions answered, which is especially easy to do with a group this size. So without further ado, I'm going to share screen and get going. Okay, Maddie, can you see that okay?
Yes.
All right. This will be the video that we're going to watch. It is short. It's 1 minute, 40 seconds. But first, we're going to look at the floor plan. So we are going to take a look at the 2512 Creston. I'm going to scroll down just briefly and show you the exterior that these folks built. Unfortunately, in the video, we don't have exterior shots, but they did do the signature elevation. It looks like this, but the orientation is switched. Back up to the floor plan. It's well laid out. So you have a standard 2-car garage. It's 22 by 22. It enters the house into the utility room. From here, you go around the corner to a half bath. And on the left-hand side, you have the primary suite. These customers opted for an upgraded primary suite. So dual vanities and then shower and tub separated. That is now a standard feature on this floor plan. Over on this side of the home, you've got an open great room, kitchen, dining area with a large pantry, and we'll walk through the changes that they made. They did a gourmet kitchen, so it's really nice to be able to see that. Going upstairs, right here, in between the half bath and the utility room, you come around the corner and into a bonus room. They only did 2 custom options on this floor plan. I'm going to jump downstairs one more time. In the great room, they added 2 small windows here. You'll see that. And upstairs, they added a larger window on this wall in the bonus room. Other than that, the rest of the items that they chose were either standard features or they were upgrades in our system. They didn't do a lot of floor plan modifications. They did keep the 4-bedroom layout upstairs. So big bonus room, and then 4 bedrooms, 1, 2, 3, and 4 with a shared bathroom here. They did add that second vanity sink, which is an option. So there we go. That's the floor plan. Let's jump over to the video. I'll take a few minutes to walk through it. Before I do that, let me pause briefly. Maddie, any questions so far from the participants?
There is not yet.
Come on, people. Let's ask some questions. Here we go. It's going to be fun. Okay, this home was built in Lynnwood, Washington, and we are starting in the great room. So we come in the front door. You're looking at the great room, and it's going to take us around the corner into the kitchen and pantry area. Here we go. And I'm pausing right away. So the flooring that we're looking at, this is LVP, luxury vinyl plank. You can go room by room in your Adair home and upgrade the surfaces as you desire. Typically, the great room is carpeted. And when we go into the kitchen and dining areas, it's a standard vinyl product. Almost everybody in the Northwest opts for this flooring. It's called luxury vinyl plank. It is waterproof. We'll even put this in bathrooms right up next to tubs and showers. It has a 30-year warranty. It looks and feels and is textured like wood, but it's actually a vinyl base with the wood underneath. I just built an Adair home and I use this product all throughout. It's phenomenal. You're also going to see Craftsman trim. This is a modest couple $100 upgrade to go to the higher profile baseboards. And then when it comes to your windows, you have 3 options. You can just do standard 4-way drywall wrap. You can do what we call sills and aprons, which is what these folks did. They did a window sill with the trim piece underneath, or you can fully trim out your windows. They also opted to add some can lights here in this great room. All right, 2 seconds into the video and I paused it. Here we go, let's keep going. Now it's taking us around the corner into the kitchen. We're gonna have a better kitchen shot here. And this is where I'll pause it. So these folks did 2-tone cabinets. In their kitchen, they did a white shaker door. And then as you're going to see in the bathrooms, they did a clear stain with that same shaker profile. The shaker just means these square boxes and the center is inset or recessed. They upgraded their countertops to a quartz product. They upgraded their kitchen sink to this farmhouse style sink. It has the apron on the front. They also did a gourmet kitchen. So real quick, what comes standard in our homes is a microwave hood with an electric range underneath and a dishwasher. And that comes in stainless steel. You have a couple different upgrade options. They chose our gourmet kitchen package. When you go gourmet, you get this upgraded hood. You get this upgraded cooktop. They opted for electric. You can also go gas. And then underneath this is a wall oven, just like you see here. Then you get this dual wall oven with a microwave mounted directly above it and your dishwasher over here. That's the gourmet kitchen package. You can either do KitchenAid or Whirlpool. This home was ordered in 2021 when we had a partnership with Maytag. So the appliances are slightly different. In every Adair build, you will bring in your own refrigerator. And it's real easy to match. You can go to DeWard & Bodie, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, and say, I'm getting KitchenAid appliances. I need KitchenAid stainless steel. And they can match it up for you. This backsplash is also upgraded. We do a subway tile as standard, and we do what's called half height. They upgraded to the chevron look that goes all the way to the bottom of the cabinets. That's called a full height backsplash. They also added pendant lights in their kitchen, and these can lights in this room, including one on its own outlet over the sink, those can lights come standard. Before we head into the pantry, Maddie, any kitchen questions?
Not up until this point.
You guys are making my job easy. Okay, we'll keep going here with the video. It's going to take us into the pantry, and we'll see what we do there. So shelving does come standard in the pantry. We do a simple wood and bracket system. There are other options in there. This is just what comes standard. If you wanted to go with a white wood product, you wanted those to be painted, you wanted to do something a little more custom, that is available as a custom option, but they stuck with the standard pantry. Let's keep watching. Okay, so now we're going down the hallway. We're going to see the half bath that's available to the guests. We're going to see the utility room, and we're going to see the primary suite. This is all on the first floor. Real quick, I want to point out they did pay a couple $100s to upgrade their interior doors, and they went with what we call our 5-panel. It's a popular door style, especially on more modern homes or kind of that modern farmhouse look, which is what they were going for on the inside. And one last thing in terms of fixtures and finishes, they stuck with our standard chrome package from 2021. Again, in January of this year, we upgraded our base, what we call our base specifications or our base spec. We upgraded that, and we did away with chrome. We don't even offer this stuff anymore. This home was ordered over a year ago. So they are on the old base spec, which is why you see the satin in here now. I'm sorry, the chrome in here now. Our new standard product is satin nickel, and we also have black and oil rub bronze in 3 different styles as upgrade options available to you. Okay, here we go. Going down the hallway, this is the half bath. Real quick pause. Let me back up. Did that back up okay, Maddie? Okay, you're going to see things like this throughout the video. When we send our video crew in, the homes are almost ready to live in typically. But as you can see, there's still some blue tape on that. They may have needed to connect that plumbing fixture to the wall, or maybe they needed to add a drain. I don't know. You'll see some things, just very few things unfinished. This home was nearing completion, but it wasn't quite move-in ready yet. But this is the half bath. They did our standard pedestal sink. We also have a square pedestal sink. That's a modest upgrade. And they opted to stick with our standard mirrors. This is a standard toilet for us as well. So here's the half bath. They did a vinyl flooring in there, and right here in the utility room, also did a vinyl flooring. Let me pause it here. Nothing comes standard in your utility room. There will be a washer and dryer hookup, as well as this shelf above your washer and dryer. But if you want additional shelving, if you want what they did, as you can see down here, they did a rough plumb for a utility sink. If you want additional cabinets or a utility sink, we can add all those things. But this is one of those rooms that we leave raw so that you can kind of design it the way that you want. Now we're heading into their primary suite. We'll pause it here. This is where they did a natural finish shaker door. It looks really nice. They paired it up with kind of a taupe or light brown quartz. They went with the rectangular undermount sinks and an upgraded backsplash under their large 6-foot vanity mirror. You're also going to see the shower and tub separated. Once we rotate the camera, I'll show you how we do things a little differently now. Okay, so we no longer offer tubs like this. The tubs that we're doing now are drop-in soaker tubs, and it comes standard with tile wrap on the front and tile decking on the top. And it comes standard, I think, with like 4 different tile colors to choose from, or you can upgrade the tile. And then over to the shower, this is just a fiberglass insert. So in our standard homes, yes, you now have the shower and tub broken up in the primary suite only. This now comes in a little bit different style, and it comes with the glass door. The trim on that door will match the fixtures and finishes in your house. Again, when they ordered theirs, they stuck with the standard chrome, and shower doors were not included at that time. So you will not have this rod up here in your primary suite. You will have a shower door. Okay, now we're going to head upstairs. They did carpet on the stairs, carpet in their bonus room. Here's that bonus room. The only other custom option in this house, again, you have the 2 small windows in the great room downstairs. The only other custom option is this large sliding glass window that they added upstairs for additional light and views. They also did additional can lighting upstairs. This is the bonus room. And then we're just going to walk through a couple of the bedrooms. They are side by side. They're not huge bedrooms. They're typically 10 by 10 or 10 or 11 by 13. Going into the bathroom, you'll see where they did the dual vanities. They did the standard countertops. They did standard vinyl floors. Let's walk in there. That backsplash is upgraded, but we do a subway tile backsplash as standard. They just opted for the longer subway tiles.
Hey, Matt, we have a question.
Yep. Yes. What can we do?
Yeah, so the question is, what are some ways people can save money when having a home built?
So two thoughts on that. I would say primarily would be on the site development side. So whenever you're putting together a budget, you have three budget areas. How much is the home? How much is the site prep? And how much is the land? The land costs what it costs. The home, we'll talk about how to save on the home in a minute. The home is one piece and site prep is the other. Site prep is things like permitting and excavation and taking out trees and putting in a septic system. Everything the land needs to be buildable. So to save in that area, it's like, hey, do you know an excavator? Do you know somebody in the trades who can help out with the site development? If not, those costs are part of your construction loan. And both Maddie and I, as well as the other offices, we have people that can do that work for you. But site development is a great way to save. When it comes to the house, we have to hand over a finished product. So we're going to pour the footings and the foundation. We're going to build the house. We're going to paint the house. We're putting in the cabinets. We're doing all those things. What some homeowners do is say, hey, give me the basic fixtures and finishes. Give me the basic floors. Give me the basic countertops. You know what? Next year's tax return, I'm going to put in granite countertops or quartz. Next year's tax return, I'm going to do LVP flooring on my own. You have that option. So part of what Maddie does and what I do is when we get together for a design meeting, you tell us what your budget is, that number that we're trying to stay at or under, and we build out a home quote with you. And you see a live running total of what your home is costing. So if we're getting close to that budget area, we're going to start having conversations like, okay, what can we cut? You want to do your major structural things on the front end, but maybe you do quartz countertops next year. Maddie, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think that that's very fair, right? I mean, picking, our standard, what comes included in the home is a great way, exactly like what you said. And I have several people out of this office that I'm currently working with that do that exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Ideally, if you can put it all in the budget on the front end and just have us do it, that's easiest. But that's not everybody, especially in a market where pricing is up. Things are just more expensive in the world that we live in, and especially in our little corner of America. Everybody wants to be in the Northwest. Well, to be in the Northwest, there are premium prices usually attached to that. So sometimes we just do things later, but we'll work with you on that when we're doing your design meeting. Okay, 20 seconds left in the video, and then we'll open it up for more questions. Again, just showing the standards, showing the upstairs, touring these 4 bedrooms. So they did carpet all upstairs along with our standard vinyl floor in the wet areas. So all in all, these folks spent just shy of $50,000 on upgrades. Those were primarily spent downstairs. So that LVP flooring was one of the upgrades. The farm sink, the gourmet kitchen layout, the gourmet kitchen appliances, and then the quartz countertops throughout. Those were fairly significant add-ons. But in general, most people spend about $40,000 to $50,000 on upgrades like we saw here. All right, that's the video. I believe that marketing will make that video available online here in the near future, and then this video will be on YouTube. What I think I might do real quick, Maddie, I think I might just play the video all the way through one more time. I'm not going to narrate it. That way, anybody who wants to go rewatch this, you can just have a minute 40 of watching the video. So let me just take that real quick 2 minutes and just let it play through. I'm a pretty outgoing person. I got to tell you, that was tough for me to not talk for 2 minutes, but there you go. Maddie, I saw another question come through.
Yes, so we got asked, what is the approximate cost of a tile floor upgrade option in the bathrooms?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it'll depend obviously on the size of the bathroom. I would budget anywhere from about $1,000 to maybe $2,500, depending on the level of tile that you choose, as well as the size of the bathroom. Can I throw one more thing in there? Actually, I'm going to. I mean, I'm leading the call, so I'm gonna throw one more thing in there. A really cool custom option that we can do heated floors under tile, and we put those on a digital thermostat. So you can actually program it for, hey, it's 7 a.m. I want my floors to be 82 degrees. You can go into your bathroom and it's nice and warm. That's about a $3,000 custom option. But if you're looking to splurge somewhere, it's really nice to have a heated tile floor in your primary suite.
I agree. I think that would, I would love like waking up at, and going into the bathroom and having my tile heated. That would be such a great feature. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? Don't be shy.
I'm going to do one more thing while we're waiting for any more potential questions. I just want to walk you through our process real quick and just let you know about next steps. So at Adair Homes, we have what we call our 6 simple steps. Step number 1, get pre-qualified for a construction loan. We literally have the best construction loan in America. For more details, contact your local office and they can fill you in on that. That is an all-inclusive construction loan. You can use it to buy the land, you can use it to do your site prep, and of course you can use it to build your Adair home. After that, make an offer on land if you don't have property already. Step 3, we're going to come out and do a free property evaluation with you. We help with that feasibility process. Step 4, we're going to get bids and price out all of your site development items. In step 5, while we're waiting for those bids to come in, we're going to meet at our office and we're going to do a design meeting like we talked about earlier in this video. We're going to price out the home in detail and you can leave that meeting knowing exactly what your Adair home will cost. Step 6 is just hitting the order button. By that point, you know how much the land is, you know how much the prep is, you know how much the home's going to cost. If that budget works for you and your family, we hit the order button, we take a $3,500 deposit, and then we're off to the races with plans, permitting, getting the lot ready, and building the home. So your next step would be, as soon as we're done here, you can log on to adairhomes.com. As soon as you do, a chat bubble will pop up. Those are real people. Those aren't bots. Those are real people sitting in our corporate headquarters in Vancouver, Washington, waiting to talk to you. And they schedule appointments on our calendars, and they can also answer questions for you. So we would love to see you in our offices and answer any questions that you may have. I see 2 more questions popped up. That's exciting. Go ahead, Maddie.
Yes. So John asked, can a heat lamp be placed in the shower ceiling?
I believe so, yes. We used to have that as a standard feature. I believe we moved away from that, but I believe we can still call that out as a custom option.
Perfect. And then we also got asked, does it cost a lot more to make a home wheelchair accessible with wider doors, roll-in showers and such?
No. Depending on the size of the home, obviously, and what parts of it need to be, we call that ADA or wheelchair accessible. It's not, in the grand scheme of things, it's not super expensive. We do things like 3 or 4 foot hallways, 3 foot wide doors, roll-in showers. You could spend anywhere from, I would say, $2,000 to $5,000, adding rails and doing those different things, handholds, those types of things. So we can get there fairly affordably. Yeah. I say fairly affordably because affordable, it depends on each person and their budget, but I would say for $2,000 to $5,000, we can get the home ADA compliant.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that. All of our plans are, customizable within reason, right? So we are absolutely a-okay to make those modifications, whether that's structural, whether that's, the custom options that we were talking about. We can look into, doing just about whatever you want, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Any other questions?
Anything you want to know about building? I think I mentioned earlier, I just built an Adair home for my family. We're up in Bellingham, Washington on a couple of acres. So I just lived this process. So if you have any questions related to the process, to construction, to funding, be happy to jump on and answer those for you as well. We'll give you just a minute here to type. This is probably that part of the video they'll edit out at the end. Okay, it doesn't look like anything else is popping up. I want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us about a half an hour of your day. I sincerely appreciate that. Hopefully this was helpful in answering your questions about the Creston specifically and building with Adair generally. Again, hop on our website, adairhomes.com, and the online team is there and waiting to chat with you. Maddie, any parting words?
No, yeah, just thank you. Thank you all for joining us today. And if you're watching this after the fact, I hope that this was helpful, and get in contact with your local branch and let's get this process moving.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for helping me out, Maddie. Thanks for all the folks that joined us today, and for all those watching later. We look forward to working with you. Take care.